Begin their first semester at UMD, so does a new chancellor. Today, the new leader welcomes back faculty and staff to campus for the new school year. Northern News Now's Michaela Wrench spoke with campus members about the new leader and his vision for the future.
Every year, the University of Minnesota Duluth welcomes new faces to the campus. But this year, one new face is hoping to change the future of the university.
Part of what I'm doing right now is just learning.
Meet the newest chancellor at UMD, Charles Nies.
There's so much to learn about the University of Minnesota as a whole system, as well as to learn about what is happening here at UMD.
Nies most recently served as the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at the University of California, Merced, where he oversaw the development and growth of student life programs on California's campus. Here on UMD's campus, students can't wait to see what he does.
I really like how he came from a research background, because I know UMD is a research school as well, so I think that would really benefit us.
Isabel Marine Torres is a member of student government, the Multicultural Center, and a mentor. She says being in student government gave her an opportunity to be a part of the interview process for UMD's new leader.
And I was in Chancellor Nies's interview as well, so I got to meet him a little briefly. I could just say probably great things. I love his energy.
Along with that energy, faculty members also look forward to seeing what fresh ideas he brings to UMD.
Chancellor Nies has a really authentic connection to K-12 education and the community, and I'm excited to see what that does in terms of bringing that view and that vision into our planning and our priorities.
Chancellor Nies believes making students feel a part of a larger community will help motivate them to thrive in their own academic journey.
A big part of that journey that says, hey, this is where we are, and we're all looking forward to that opportunity for the educational journey that will happen throughout the rest of the academic year.
In Duluth, Michaela Wrench, Northern News Now.
Michaela, thank you. Now, Chancellor Nies says one of the first priorities is a rebrand of the university, including a new logo. The campus community can expect more updates coming soon. Meantime, students return to campus Wednesday this week. Classes start on Monday.